Neighbors, and welcome back down that pecan tree lined lane to the headquarters house here at Down on the Farm Radio. I'm Larry Marble. It's the 1245 edition of our program. We appreciate you listening to us on one of these 14 affiliate stations. Today and tonight we'll continue to see warm weather, gusty winds, partly cloudy tonight, lows in the 40s to low 50s. Today's high in Abilene, 74, San Angelo, 76, 74 in Ozona, 77 in Sonora, 81 in Junction, 78 in Mason. As we look toward Saturday, that cold front comes through. Our temperatures will drop quickly into the 40s and below, but it'll feel more like the 30s. As we look toward Friday night, we'll see some strong storms in parts of the big country. We'll have about a 60% chance in Abilene. We drop down to 30s and 20% chances as we move from San Angelo to Ozona, Sonora, Junction, and Mason. And then Sunday, neighbor, we'll see a hard freeze. 19 in Abilene, 22 in San Angelo, 23 in Ozona and Sonora, 22 in Junction, 23 in Mason. Neighbor, now let's take a look at our commodities. March corn, 598.5, down 6 3/4. March Kansas City hard red winter wheat, 816.5. Neighbor, it's down 8. Your March number 2 cotton contract, 114.68 of 169. February live cattle, 139.95, down 77. March feeder cattle, 167.85, down 20. February lean hogs, 83.30, down 55. And your West Texas Intermediate crudes up 23 at 76.79. Neighbor, there's your commodities of ag interest. Neighbor, now it's time for today's edition of Around the Caprock from Amarillo's James Hunt. James's program is brought to you by the good folks at your local Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Company.
How much longer is this La Nina thing going to last? I'm James Hunt with Around the Caprock on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. A large number of us, yours truly definitely included, might not fully comprehend the science that explains how what's happening out in the ocean affects our weather here, but most of us do know enough to understand that being in a La Nina generally means that the Texas High Plains is likely to experience below normal precipitation. And we've certainly had that for the past several months, as we've been suffering through a gruesome dry spell. Recent weather forecasts have suggested we might actually see some moisture over the next few days, but even so, Mike Gittinger with the National Weather Service office in Amarillo says our current La Nina still has a ways to go.
It looks like the La Nina is going to be hanging around certainly through the winter and into the early part of the spring. The forecast suggests as we get later in the spring and headed into the summer that we will kind of approach more into a neutral type condition. So we'll look forward to that, but it's definitely not exactly right around the corner if that happening based on kind of the forecast of that. It looks like that, again, probably late spring at the earliest is what we're looking at, most likely.
So how likely is it that sometime soon we might get into one of those nice El Nino situations that can help us get some good rains?
It is something that happens, that you can swing from a La Nina into an El Nino or the other way around pretty quickly, but this is not suggesting that kind of thing. Right now it looks like we're favoring a neutral coming out of this, and at least for a little while, and then we'll see as we go into next winter if something changes, but not seeing an El Nino following right now, but that doesn't mean it can't happen.
And once again, that was Mike Gittinger with the National Weather Service office in Amarillo. I'm James Hunt on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor, it's time for a chicken fried steak, some jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. I will pour the iced tea and the coffee, and we'll head down to Karnes City to that little auction up on the hill. If any of you have approached Karnes City, you see the courthouse and all those things up there on that one little hill out there, kind of where the coastal bend begins. And talk to Josh Tilkey. They sell them every Saturday. Josh, what was that last Saturday sale like?
Oh, last Saturday we had a short one on the 18th of December, just before Christmas. We had 320 cattle. Market was very strong on the calves and very heavy to high on the replacement cattle.
Good. You want to walk the pens, give us some prices?
Here's 2 to 3 weight where we left off, 165 to 190, 3 to 4, 145 to 185, 4 to 5 with an in buck, 50 to 172, 5 to 6, 140 to 168, 6 to 7 is $32 to 155. Heifer mates 2 to 3, 140 to 1, 3 to 4 is 140 to 158, 4 to 5 is 135 to 146, 5 to 6 is $1.30 to 145, 6 to 7 is $1.25 to 140. Older bull yearlings $1.25 to 135. Bred cows 1,200 to 13.25. Paired cattle 1150 on up to 13.5. Number 1 yielding packer cows 61 to 77. Number 2 is 36 to 51. Packer bulls 88 to 96. Had another 240 sheep goats on hand. Probably could have doubled that, and we still would have had a good market for them. Those continued to bring all the money in the world coming into these holidays.
When is our next sale, Josh?
Well, we're closed another week. We do want to just wish everybody a happy new year. Thank you for your business, and have a safe holiday. But we will not be open again until January the 8th will be our first sale back.
Give us the contact info, please.
If you need to get on our books for that day, give us a call, 830-780-3382, or on the cell phone, 830-3285.
Josh, and the motto down there?
Cowboys, I appreciate you.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Our heavy-duty panels weigh in at approximately 150 pounds each. We carry a wide variety of products and have panels for the smallest livestock show animals all the way up to panels for the toughest bucking bulls. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel. 210-624-2000. Visit us on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com.
We are on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock down Kennedy Way. Chris, I hope you had a happy Christmas.
Yes, sir, we did. Yes, sir, we did have a very good Christmas, visiting with family and friends. We did take our 2 weeks off here over the break, and we'll be back on January the 6th. I want to wish everybody a happy new year and a safe new year.
Do you have any anticipation on what your run will be like when we come back?
Oh, when we shut down, we were running pretty good numbers, and I believe we'll probably pick up kind of where we left off, around that 500 to 700 mark.
Do you think anything would get in the way of price?
Oh, I don't believe so. The numbers were pretty good when we shut down, and I haven't heard anything lately that really would affect it on the bad end. So I think it'll be kind of where it was when we shut down.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Chris.
If you've got any questions or need of our services, please call Weld & Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate you, and we'll talk with you after the holidays are over.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Neighbors, let's talk about a very helpful website, McCoys.com. That's McCoy's Building Centers. They're Project Central. In fact, you can go to their DIY ideas page and get all kinds of ideas, whether it's adding a deck or building a raised bed. In fact, their backyard projects icon is one of the best to tackle a weekend project. Outdoor spaces, just click on the deck design plans. Everybody has problems with a garage and workshop. Believe me, I know. Mine's pretty messy. Just hit the Storage Solutions icon, or if you need yard care and landscaping help, Outdoor Plans is going to help you, and it's all at www.mccoys.com. That's McCoy's Building Centers all over this region. Find the one near you at mccoys.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in December, March plus 85, $12.33. Yellow corn through Corpus in December, March plus $1, $7.05.5. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in December, March plus 78, 94.5. And Houston beans December delivery, January even money, $13.56. 18,734 bale of Texas cotton at $108.99. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Good day to you.